Hi, this is Mrs. Shosky, and today we're going to continue working on our ePortfolios. Creating a quality portfolio is an important step that will help you relate your qualifications and skills to prospective employers. This component helps them know you and the quality of your work. The Career Tech Center has some required components for all students, but your program may have some additional requirements, so make sure to reference your requirement sheet that your vocational teacher has provided. Today, we're going to set up the basic navigation of your site. So far, you have created a basic website and selected a professional looking theme. Your navigation will either be across the top, like mine, or down the left or right hand side depending on your theme selection. To add pages and to include those requirements, because we don't want everything in a long list on that first page, and your home page should include a personal statement and your employment objective and maybe a photo of yourself. So to add a page and to get those requirements listed here in a nice, orderly, professional presentation, we're going to navigate to the top of our screen and we're going to select Pages by giving that one left click, and our page management site will load. As you can see on my menu, I only have my home page. To add a page, simply select New Page and give that one left click. Then come over to the right and type the title of that page. I am going to enter resume here because that's a requirement for all programs. And I'm going to come up and select New Page at this point. I don't want to come down and select Save because Weebly will then navigate back to my website, my home page, and then I have to come back up to the Pages tab and be entering and changing sites a lot, and it's just much more convenient if we select New Page. And we'll notice that resume has been added and I have the spot to enter my next page. And I'm going to type in transcripts because that's also a requirement, and then New Page again because I have some additional pieces that I want to include here. I'm going to put in some certificates. You may or may not have earned certificates, so you'll include that or not depending on your personal situation. Then I'm New Page one more time, and under my resume I'm also going to put references and New Page. And if you've had any specialized training in addition to what you're doing here, you might want to include a little piece on that. So I'm going to select New Page, and I think that's going to be it for my resume heading. Another piece that you may want to include would be sample work. So enter that and then select New Page. And then under sample work, you could include a variety of documentations. Here, I am going to have a category called writing. And I'm going to put some samples of my writing in. So I'm going to select New Page again, and then I'm going to put in articles, because I've been active on our school newspaper and I want to include some articles. And I'm going to select New Page one more time. And I've also written an essay that I'm pretty proud of and I think displays my writing capabilities, and an employer would find that interesting and helpful. So New Page, and you might want to put in some program specific pieces here. I'm going to enter program, but if you're in the welding program, you might want to include some photos of some sample welds and that kind of thing. So you might put welding samples in here. If you're in visual imaging, maybe you want to include some JPEGs, some photos of your artistic work that you've completed. So depending on your program here. And I'm just going to do one more. I think I'm going to put in community involvement for my, I should probably put in employment evaluations next. If you have them, here you would want to include not only your employment history and evaluations from that, but if you have any co-op experience or job shadows. So new page, and here under that I think I want to list just a couple of my employers. I'm going to put in Petoskey, Public Schools of Petoskey, and of course this will be specific to you. And new page, and after that I went to North Central Michigan College. And I am going to abbreviate TBAISD just because it is so long. At this point I'm going to stop and we're going to click Save and go back and see what our menu looks like. And as you can see, once this loads, there we go. I've kind of made a mess of it because everything is just listed straight across. And as I come over here, I have a long list under More. I think employers might find this a little bit confusing or not as professional as we could make it. So let's go back to that Pages tab up at the top, left click, and we can create cascading menus under our main headings. So everything under my resume topic can just cascade or come off from that main topic. So to do that, left click on the titles that you want or the pages that you want to cascade. So I'm going to move that over just to the right, left click and click it to the right, and I'm going to put my certificates, the same thing, and references, and then I think special training should go under that. There we go. And now under my sample work, I included a writing section, and under writing I want to have articles and essays, so I'm going to drag those further to the right, and my essays, I'm going to align that with my articles. And program, under my sample work, I'm going to drag that over so that is level with my writing. Under employee or employment evaluations, I am going to left click and drag those over so they cascade out. And if you have additional pieces or different categories under an employer, that is a great thing to do here. You can also continue to add pages if you'd like. So I'm going to select Save. And let's see what the menu looks like now. It's much cleaner and it looks much more professional. So when I mouse over resume, we'll notice that the topics that I've included under that main heading cascade down. Under my sample work, notice the arrow next to writing. So when I mouse over writing, an additional cascade appears, and I have my articles and essay, and then program. And under employment evaluations, I have my last 3 employers so that prospective employers can take a look at what they thought. You can continue to go back and add pages if you find that you missed something. So I'm going to select New Page. And here I'm going to put community involvement. And I don't want community involvement to be down at the bottom. I think I want that to appear either if your navigation is on the left or right side, you can move it so it's up closer to the top, or if like mine it's going across the top, it will appear further to the left. So I'm going to move this up, and I just want it to be in front of my employee evaluations, and all I'm doing is left clicking, dragging, and dropping to reorder those pages. So now I'm going to select Save, and we should have community involvement to the left of employment evaluations. And there it is. So much cleaner, much more professional. I think prospective employers will find it easy to navigate and locate all your information. So if you have any questions on what needs to be included or you're having difficulty creating your menus, please either ask Mrs. Gilbert or myself for some assistance. We'll be more than happy to help you. Next week, we are going to begin adding content, so come prepared to enter your personal statement, have some JPEGs that you want to include, some photos, and also your resume and other documentation as PDF files. Until next time, I hope you have a great week and we'll see you soon. Let us know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.